मेरा जो पहला सवाल है मिस्टर मैथ्यू आपसे कि इतने सालों की जो जर्नी है पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस की भारत में, इतनी सालों की जो जर्नी है, आप इसे कैसे देखते हैं? क्या वाकई में जो हमारे पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं आज एम्पावर्ड हैं? आप इसे कैसे देखेंगे?
See, the story is a mixed journey.
Okay.
It's mixed bag. There are a few states in India today empowering panchayats. But generally speaking, I have a feeling out of my field work and studies, I see that most of the states in India are not in conformity with the 73rd and 74th Constitution amendments.
Okay.
Which we are now going to, celebrating the 27th anniversary, and where are we after 27 years? It's a very important question, highly relevant question you have raised today.
Mr. Matthew, कोरोना के टाइम में एक वैश्विक महामारी जब है और पूरे विश्व में एक लॉकडाउन की स्थिति बनी हुई है, तो ऐसे पीरियड में जब हम पावर्स को डिसेंट्रलाइज करने की बात करते हैं तो कितना रेलेवेंट है, कितना मुनासिब होगा डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ पावर्स के बारे में बात करना? क्योंकि जो ट्रेंड देखा जा रहा है, देयर इज अ ट्रेंड, और रादर आई वुड से देयर इज अ बिगर स्विंग टुवर्ड्स सेंट्रलाइजेशन.
Towards centralization, you are suggesting that now more centralization than decentralization.
No, I'm saying that the trend is more towards centralization of powers. So how relevant is it to talk about decentralization of powers, especially in times of a lockdown, times when there's a global pandemic all over?
Without powerful decentralization, this will not work. The best example is Kerala. You know the situation there, how it emerged in that state, but the state of Kerala could check it, control it, and all that was possible because of the Panchayati Raj system, the local government system. We have the public health centers in the state. Every panchayat has public health centers, and these centers are not just namesake. They are well equipped professionals and excellent offices and buildings and facilities there. Right. So all what is to be done at the local level is being done in the local level.
Right.
And very many people who were, the state of Kerala has nearly 3 million people working outside India, not outside the state. Mm-hmm. And when the first student came from Wuhan to to Kerala, immediately the preparation was there, and after that the affected the people who were coming from outside, all that was tackled in the proper way, and every day you get a communication about it and a press conference by the chief minister of the state and the health minister, finance minister, all coming together, and the local government system is handling a crisis.
When there is a total absence of an economic relief package for which the entire country is waiting for, we've been waiting for days and days when the center is going to announce an economic relief package. Every state is looking forward to it, be it the industries, be it the local people. In times like these, I would go back to the same question which I posed before you, because it is a challenge for the states, it is a challenge for the people at the panchayat level, at the block level, at the panchayat samitis, maybe the district planning committees. How do they function in times like these? That is a significant question which nobody seems to have an answer for.
You are very right. Overnight, you cannot strengthen and give powers and resources to the local government. And there must be a system.
Right.
In fact, over the years, all our ideas, you began by mentioning Gandhi's ideas. From that time onwards, these ideas, thinking should have been institutionalized. And this institutionalization was possible if we had given all the powers which are mentioned in the Constitution of India to the local governments. I am saying they are local government. They are not just a local institution. It is in the Constitution of India, it is said that they are institutions of local government. That is why I use the term, quote unquote, the chief minister. If they are government, they have to function as government. Tell me, how many states are looking at them and giving the respect to these local elected bodies, the respect of a local government?
None at all, Mr. Matthew, but मेरा जो आखिरी सवाल है आपसे चलते चलते, अगर आपकी तरफ से मैं दो सजेशंस पूछूं कि आप ऐसे दो क्या सजेशंस देंगे जो कि इस लॉकडाउन और कोरोना की जो महामारी है उसके बीच में एक कैसे एक शुरुआत हो सकती है पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस को ताकतवर बनाने में, उनको जो एक लोकल गवर्नमेंट का जो एक दर्जा दिया जाना चाहिए वो हम कैसे दे सकते हैं? टू क्विक सजेशंस फ्रॉम यू.
The most important thing is that immediately there should be a convergence of the officials, the government officials, and the people and their elected representatives.
Right.
And I'm sure in almost all the states there are elected representatives. There are some states without the elections taking place. And this is the best occasion to bring them together.
Okay.
Number two, we have to launch a campaign to conscientize the people.
Okay.
A campaign to conscientize the people of this country, saying that the power begins from the villages of India. The power begins from the neighborhood, from neighborhood to the villages, and the villages to the talukas or blocks.
Absolutely.
And from there to the district. Then there is a district government. May I ask a question? We have so many districts. Is that a district government there? Is there a secretariat? Are people queuing up to give their taxes to the panchayats and the district? No. In fact, I know some states in South India, they are collecting taxes more than anybody else. And one panchayat will be having 2 or 3 crores taxes they are collecting, income they are generating.